Hey guys, I'm so sorry I've been gone for a long time. Before I go into a huge explanation of why, I'm going to carry on with the Q&A videos because I feel really bad. You asked me all these lovely questions and I've been gone. I wasn't feeling well. I'll get into that in another video. I think I finished off with Lonnie's questions in the last one. I'm going to keep on with the light-hearted ones. And hopefully do the serious ones as well soon. I missed you all, by the way. So I am on to Amori's questions. Hi Amori. You make best looking food, by the way. I know I say this all the time, but it looks amazing. Anyway, questions. Sorry guys. She thinks I'm beautiful. Amori, what are you thinking, woman? Okay, what does my YouTube name mean? That's a very good question. Right. XOX means hugs and kisses, or at least I think it does. For me it does, let's put it that way. So hugs and kisses, lots on each side. And Azuri is a kind of word I made up myself when I was younger. One of my favourite colours is blue, certainly it was when I was younger. And Azzurro, I think, with two R's, is Italian for blue. Azzurro is in English A-Z-U-R-E, is one hue of blue. And La Côte d'Azur is, I suppose, the blue coast on France. And I think my Azzurri is one, I thought it sounded good, and it's a bit of a hybrid of French and Italian. The blue in French and Italian spelt wrong. Well, actually blue in French is bleu. But anyway, it's all because of blue and French and Italian and me just mingling and playing with the words and spelling them incorrectly. Sorry, that's where my name comes from. And Love and Kisses blue. But I thought XOX Azzurri XOX looks a bit better than Love and Kisses blue. Maria 22284. Are there some people in your life that you feel you need to set boundaries with? If so, how do you approach the situation? Right, this is actually a bit serious, but I can't put everything in the serious video that I'm still not getting around to. Now, boundaries and setting boundaries. I'm going to assume that you're either from Canada or the States. And please don't, if you're not, I'm sorry, but I mean, that's no big deal, really. I think a lot of relationship terminology from the States and I don't know, maybe Canada as well, has like setting boundaries. Of course I know what setting boundaries means loosely, but I actually get the feeling that in the States you're referring to something specific, and I'm not really sure if I know what you mean. Setting boundaries with people, I don't know, and I think also we in Europe, I mean, fellow Europeans, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we have as structured a terminology and as structured an approach to how we deal with relationship issues. It's just not part of our culture, I think. That's my impression. And please, I hope I'm not offending anyone here. This is the only way I can explain how bad my answer is going to be in a minute. Do I have problems setting boundaries with people? I have people, I suppose, almost everyone in my life, unfortunately, at some point can cross the line with me. And I don't, unfortunately, whether this is a reflection on European culture or more on me, have a very good way of dealing with it. The way I deal with things when people are going too far with me, in any sense, and this is not a professional sense. When I'm teaching, the setting boundaries is a very strict thing, but I'm being paid to do that and it's my job. So, and yes, there are emotions involved when you're teaching, of course, a lot, but I was taught to be a teacher, so I've been taught to step back and analyse how I'm teaching and how I'm approaching a situation, even emotionally. I'm not very good at doing that in my private life, if I'm totally honest. I tend to keep it all in and let things get too much and explode. If you have a specific issue with setting boundaries, ask me in and I'll answer that, and then if you maybe give me an example, then I'll probably be able to answer better. But sorry, I'm being silly and European, and not that it's silly to be European. I love being a European. I'm quite proud of it. I'm not leaving my Europe. I love it. I'd move around anywhere in it, but you know. Anyway, sorry Maria, I totally did not answer your question. Okay, Shandon Hall. Shannon Hall. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Anyway, Shannon, I'm going to yeah, I told you about my username. What are your biggest fears? Either being a fear of something or acting in some way. I always worry. I think if I'm meeting new people in a kind of social situation, I'm scared of either being too friendly and too chatty, or then if sometimes because I'm scared of doing that, I can be a bit withdrawn, or not withdrawn, but I may seem a bit aloof. So yeah, I always worry, especially here in Germany, that I'm going to make some kind of social faux pas that I'm not aware of. And yet then I get annoyed with myself for worrying about that, and I think I should just be myself. Yeah, that's one thing I have. My greatest fear, and certainly my biggest fear, and this is a phobia rather than a fear, I am terrified of fire. I am absolutely mortifully terrified of fire, and yet fascinated by it. Yeah, I used to have nightmares that my house was on fire when I was a child, about 3 times a week, recurring nightmares, and that I couldn't get out. So I think I must have watched a film, something like The Towering Inferno, when I was far too young, and it made an impression on me. Yeah, so I'm now scared of fire. I'm scared of failure. I like to be good at things, and I am aware of I'm not actually that good at that many things. I am at some, but I get frustrated with myself if I don't excel in stuff. It's silly, but I'm a geek and a swot. I like to, you know, at school well, it's not so much at school, but certainly by university I worked really hard, and I just like getting good marks. It's sad, but I really get down if I get a bad mark, especially if I worked hard on something. Well, I did when I was younger, it's not the case now. Yeah. What is my dream job or career, and did I achieve it? I think I did actually achieve it. My favourite thing, as you probably might have guessed, my favourite thing to do is languages. I love languages and linguistics. And I used to work as a translator, so I thought I'd actually quite fulfilled what I wanted to do, at least working in a field I was very interested in. When I realised my calling, and I didn't realise this until I was nearly 28, was to be a teacher, and to teach languages. And it was really hard becoming a teacher, and it's sometimes it's a very frustrating job at times, but I just love that job. I love not just teaching languages, I love being with young people. I couldn't do a job where I felt that what I was doing wasn't important. When I teach, or when, you know, say I'm sick and I can't go into work, I feel that I missed. Yeah, if I didn't teach, I would have loved to have been a doctor. Yeah, it has to be something where I use my brain, but it also has to be a social thing. I like to talk a lot. And so I like to use my brain, I like to work with people, and I like to move about. Those are my 3 criteria. If my job doesn't have that, then I'm not happy. I couldn't be happy.